China is fully prepared to fight to the very end because the world is big enough that the United States is not the totality of the market in the world. So if the United States wants to go in that direction of completely shutting itself out of the China market, be my guest.
Yeah, and China will lose the U.S. market, which, as I've said, is 15%.
We don't care. We don't care. China has been here for 5,000 years. Most of the time, there was no United States, and we survived. Right. And if the United States wants to bully China, we will deal with the situation without the United States. And we expect to survive for another 5,000 years.
Milo tattoos. We don't care. China has been here for 5,000 years. 313 U.S. I'm holding the cards. China. I made the cards you're holding. Hasnain Kazi. Why am I proud? I'm not even Chinese. Capable Min 75. China won't survive without America. Esther Shellhorn 5. Thank you, President Trump, for standing up for the American people. Tanya Hernandez. I mean, that ain't lying. Daily Dose. Orders will be ready by 2050. Andreas Renberg. Are American flags necessary? We all know by weight alone, it is the U.S.A.
This is why this bag from our factory only costs you 1,000 USD.
Have y'all seen that TikTok by the Chinese guy exposing how luxury goods are actually made? Basically, he says most of the luxury brands we use every day are actually made in China, then shipped to Europe just to get rebranded and sold back to us at insane prices. Like a wedding ring that would cost $2 in China somehow turns into a $2,000 ring. China is the world's biggest manufacturing hub. It ain't no way we've been getting finesse like this, y'all, and China just exposed it all. So boom, Americans out here dropping $800.12 and even $4,000 and more on design of clothes, thinking it's all luxury, all high-quality clothes, the high-end stuff. But China just pulled the curtain back and showed the world that most of the stuff is made in the same factories with material that costs a fraction of the price. So we're talking shoes that cost $30 to make. But
stand sides. I'm loving the Chinese response to the tariffs. Moon Mercer. Trump knew this would happen. Vino Capaci. I've known this forever. Good they finally put it out there. CDN Traveler. I've been saying this for decades. I visited China in 2003.
But when China's revealing that 80% of anything you buy that's Gucci is made in China, that over 60% of anything that you buy from Prada is made in China, that the only difference is that they send it over to Europe and then they stitch on a made in France or made in Italy little label. It's the ultimate pulling the curtain on the wizard in the Wizard of Oz and showing that there actually is no real magic and power in the person who's controlling Oz.
Ortega 1983. Trump is exposing everyone. Jixmat. European companies exposed. Albo. Designers need to be punished for scamming and ban them totally. Kristen. So correct me if I'm wrong. Designers were scamming Americans.
FYP is full of these videos from China just sharing how they manufacture luxury goods and how they're trying to just go straight to the consumers now and they don't even want to work with these brands, it seems like. I'm surprised more people didn't know that they'll, like, for example, if they're doing like a luxury bag, they'll probably make the majority of the bag in China and then they'll ship it back to whatever country it is, and then in that country they'll either add some finishing touches or they'll add their logo or some sort of something, right? They'll add something so that allows them to be able to write made in Italy or made in America. Not 100% made in America, and I'm surprised more people don't know that, but like the quality for China products are just as good. We always had this assumption that China goods are not good, but it's all propaganda at this point.
Sports card kid. So in other words, Trump just made them admit that they've been scamming people. Mr. Robertson, I'm game for buying direct from China. Mystery Incorporated. This is how we will do business. We don't need them either. AHK. You didn't know this.
Is this style, this bag? Of course you do. For the past more than 30 years, we have been the OEM factory for most of the luxury brands around the world. Gucci, Prada, Coach, Louis Vuitton, you name it. But for this, I am not proud because we were only making our wages. The profit margin for the people who are actually making the bags are very low. What I'm really proud of is that first, we have the best quality control. Two, we have the best craftsmanship. You know, Chinese craftsmen are always intelligent and diligent. Three, we have the most complete supply chain. We always get what we want, like zippers, accessories of any kind, any color, and leathers immediately.
Denisha. So, the dupes are the real thing. That's what people seem to be insinuating. Wixter 75. Finally, exposing the truth. They are all liars for dollars. Katie, that's okay, I can't afford it anyway.
Your Chanel cosmetics, 80% are made in China and cost only $5. They just add the logo in France and charge you 10 to 40 times the price. Close your eyes. If your Chanel cosmetics says made in China, will they feel cheaper? It's not about quality, it's about brand washing. Interesting fact, who makes Chanel cosmetics? 42% are crafted by Chinese artisans. We don't do cheap goods.
Wholesalers, it's 2024 and you still don't know who are the suppliers behind Dior? Their knitwears and cardigans are from Beyond Garments from Hangzhou. Beyond Garments is also the supplier behind many luxury brands from America and Europe like Sandra, Maj, Versace. Second, most of the Dior's cosmetic products are actually produced by Taiho Group, which is also the supplier behind Lancôme and Loewe. Third, 24-hour packaging technology from Shenzhen provide exquisite packaging and bags for Dior. Of course, Dior has their own factories in many countries, supplies different products for them. If you want to know more about this part of the information, tell me in the comment section so I'll prepare for my next videos. I'm Luna, follow me for more China sourcing tips.
Want to know who's the Chinese factory behind Nike, Adidas, Fila, and UGG? Number one, the biggest factory for Nike shoes in China is called FJF Group. They're located in China, Fujian. FJF is also China's biggest shoe factory. Second, the factory behind Adidas shoes is Baocheng Group in China. Baocheng Group has factories in China and in Southeast Asia. Number three, the factory behind UGG in China is called Henglong Group in Henan. Henglong Group is also the biggest factory of UGG shoes in the entire world. And
Don Wills, y'all better start downloading these videos before they take them away. Vivian Porter, I'm about to buy straight from you, thank you. Idian Ejimayo, the orange man messed up. Simply Stoner Rose. People addicted to name brands are the most annoying.
Your made in Italy Gucci, 80% come from Chinese factory. They just add the logo in Europe to make you pay the price of 10 times. Close your eyes. If your hammer says made in China, does it feel cheaper? No, that's not a quality issue. It's luxury brand washing. Fun fact, the hand stitching your product, 42% are Chinese artisans. We don't do cheap, we do underrated luxury. Why pay 2,000 Europe for Parisian air? Same leather, same craft, just without the European fairy tale facts. Be a luxury rebel, you can—
Crystal's calm. Why is my whole feed Chinese factories exposing this? Husna, this trade war is giving me life. Joseph Larry, so life is not expensive, just greed. Canada watermelon. China said, hold my beer.